Hi guys, today I'm gonna show you how to build a tower. So as you can see, we have our tower here. This is called a tower, and here we have our parts. Now normally I don't really use any of this stuff. I really only like to use these two things in my towers. So we're just gonna start by making a few jumps here. These jumps, yeah, they're, I don't, the jumps, you got, if you make them a little varied, just, yeah. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna include, a section where you can't fucking tell what you're doing, and it's gonna be completely randomized, and I'm gonna make it can't collide false. So this section is completely guessing and randomized, but I don't really care. The curators will probably like it too, just for like gameplay purposes. And then we're gonna include we're gonna include this a wraparound. Now wraparounds are really good for gameplay. They include a lot of stress when you have to wrap around something. It could be a little scary at times. Now we're gonna use a truss, and we're just gonna build a truss to the second floor because this is enough gameplay for now. We're just gonna connect the two. Oh, also don't forget to color your floors. Coloring floors is like it's really good for design purposes. Just don't, you gotta make sure that you always are coloring your floors. So I'm gonna just color it a nice yellow here. See, this is what, like, this is what you should be going for, honestly. Like, this kind of style of gameplay is what curators love to look at, and the design, the colors are really nice, and curators will love that. Okay, so now since we've built our truss, we're just gonna skip floor 2 because floor 2 is usually short anyways, and we're just gonna go to floor 3, and we're gonna make it a lime green. We don't really need we don't need floor 2. Just get rid of floor 2, honestly. And then once we're here, we gotta, oh yeah, don't forget to change the color. I'm not gonna do it to the truss just because it helps transition the floors a little bit, and it makes it look nicer. It looks just really good. Just by, because it's meshing the colors together. We're gonna make a little staircase here. Just make sure that it's also possible, because if not, then curators will fail your tower for it being impossible. Okay, so just don't forget that you have to make things possible. And you know, I'm gonna go kind of simple on floor 3, because floor 3 just it's usually the simpler floor of most towers. If you any tower that you can find that's not there's the floor 3 is usually really simple. In any tower you can use as an example. I'm gonna make this darker just so we have a little bit of a gradient. See, look at how nice that looks. Okay, and now always make sure to include decals in your tower. I'm just gonna include this one just because I really like this game, God Tycoon. I'm gonna include it a few times. Oh, also remember the first rule. Never forget to color your floors. I'm gonna color this one a beautiful pink. Yeah. But I always like brighter colors, so I'm gonna, I think this one's beautiful. And also we're gonna keep these green. Also, this just goes for design. I really like to include just like decoration on the sides. That usually looks really good in towers. But for floor 4, we're just gonna include just a jump here. You gotta jump down here, and then we're gonna include it up where you have to get to floor 5. Floor 5, I actually really like the color of. I'm just gonna keep the color, but I'm gonna make this white. Yeah, and then we're gonna put that there, and remember decals. You really want decals. Don't forget about decals. Because that's what you should. Yeah, no, that's just what you should include in your towers to make them look nice. Curators love that. And don't forget that gameplay too, and make sure that things are possible, or else curators won't like that if it's not possible. I'm just gonna make a little balance beam here. This could be really scary for some people, so just make sure that you include a safety net, because some people might find it too hard. Just a safety net right here. Yeah, just make sure that there's a safety net, and that if people fall, they won't feel too sad because there's a safety net, and they'll be like, oh, thanks for including a safety net. And then that's about it for floor 5. We're gonna skip floor 6, just like floor 2. We don't really need it. Yeah, no, I just don't think that floor 2 is really, or sorry, floor 2 and 6 are really necessary. So actually, I'm just gonna delete floor 6, because I think floor 6 just it's pretty ugly. With a tower. Oh yeah, also if you have builder rule, actually most verifieds do this anyways, but make a custom frame, because the curators really don't care if you make a custom frame. But if you make a custom frame, everyone will care more if your tower looks different, because no one else cares if your tower looks like a normal tower. Make sure that it looks like a different tower. So now we got our little custom frame here. We're gonna make a bridge going into here. We're just gonna make this wall go like that. Really easy stuff. It should be easy to follow along here. Super easy tutorial on how to make towers here. Yeah, no, and then make sure again we want the decals, but I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I think I'm gonna include the Robux symbol, because I really like Robux, and I think Robux are cool. Yeah, and then don't worry about this. That's just for design purposes, obviously. Like, as you can tell, it's just supposed to look like design. Yeah, and then you're just gonna wanna include a truss here. Just include trusses. Remember, trusses are good for gameplay, and don't ever forget that use trusses for the gameplay. And now once you have got your trusses down, you're ready for floor I forgot, I can't count past 6. So we're just gonna call this floor the red floor, because this is red. And remember, guys, don't forget to color floor. I didn't color this floor because I like the color of it a lot. Yeah, and sometimes what tower creators will like to do is just copy paste another floor into the same floor, because having good consistency with gameplay is really what curators look for in gameplay. Don't ever forget that. So we're just gonna copy paste all of floor 1 into floor 2, just like this. And make sure that the player has to walk a long distance for no reason, because curators like that when you include that in the game. So just do that. And then we already have our path set out here, so like that, you're just about done here. Oh, right. Don't forget that you need to connect the rest of your gameplay, or else it won't be possible. We're gonna include yeah, so as I was saying, we're nearing the end of our tower already. Make sure to include a 10 stud wrap, but also just make sure that it's over an outside section, so that everyone that plays is gonna feel a little scared. And this time we're not gonna include a safety net, because we're gonna be like, we'll put a sign being like, yeah, actually, this good luck, no more Mr. Nice Guy, and we're gonna put a safety net here. We're not putting a safety net here. And we're just gonna say that good luck, because I don't really care, honestly. So we're just gonna make sure to include a sign that says something really serious and really, really scary to scare the players. You don't want to forget that. So we're just gonna put a sign here. Ooh, ha ha ha. Is this too scary? Scary for you? Question mark. There is no safety net. Good luck, buddy. Ha ha ha. And then since we have our 10 stud wrap here, don't be really scared. It won't hurt you, but it may hurt the players, just so you know. Also, don't forget about decals. Now we're gonna include more jumps. These jumps are gonna be simpler because they had to go through that, and we're just gonna be like, okay, here's the break floor. This is gonna be the break floor before the big finale. Yeah, so we're just gonna include a few more jumps here, and I honestly think we're just about done here. We're just gonna include a truss. Oh, make sure that this is a little scary though, because you need that fear factor. Yeah, and then just make it so like it's a bit scary. And then the final floor, final floor usually should be the scariest. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna include a couple spikes. So if you take the corner wedge, just make spikes here. Oh, sorry, my cord is on my keyboard. It's kind of screwing with me a little bit. Yeah, so if you just include some spikes here, it's gonna be a lot more scary for players. Just make sure, be generous with them. You know, it looks good, and players will appreciate the effort. And curators also love good final floors, so just include a lot of spikes. Also, make sure that they're not can collide, or make sure that they are can collide, so people can just use this to skip. And actually, we're gonna include the spikes in our gameplay. Personally, you don't have to do this, but if you want, you can. But here is the rest of the gameplay. We're just gonna include a truss, and then another truss here, and then always make sure that your wind pad looks cool, or if not, then your tower is lame to most people. So we're gonna make a really big wind pad here, and then we're gonna make it so it's like that, and then that it's a scary jump to the end. I'm not gonna really test this because I already know that this is possible, but here's the finished result. I'm honestly really proud of this tower. I think that this tower is really good. It's definitely gonna pass review. The curators will love this. Just cause don't forget that, remember, you have to make your gameplay possible. So we're just gonna include this here and another truss like that. There we go. Okay, now it's all ready to go. It's possible. We made sure it's possible. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial on how to build a tower. Now you may submit it to whichever game you like, and I'm sure that everyone is gonna love what you've built, and it's gonna be the best tower in the game because you followed this tutorial. So happy building, everyone, and good luck.